Good to meet you today. I'm sorry I had to dash away at the end of the third client presentation, but I had another meeting. I had a lunch engagement to attend. But here are some notes I made following the presentations that were discussed during the question and answer sessions, and strictly relate to the client's view of the presentations. Arena sustain. Fundamentally, this is a commercial undertaking. Architecture and sustainability are subordinate and are important only insofar as they make the venue attractive to users of the facility and satisfy planning and building other statutory requirements. More attention needs to be paid to optimising cost and benefit over the life of the enterprise, including making savings if outturn costs are higher than expected, as is likely to be the case if extra land has to be purchased. For concept design, too much attention has been paid to the detail and the engineering detail, and not to the business case. Though more attention does need to be paid to mobility impaired person access, MIP. HS4 by Alpha Epsilon. The consideration of airside landside interface needs to be restored. This is a fundamental in the operation and business side of the project. More and better analysis of the optimum franchise period, whether 7 years or 20 years, needs to be carried out, having consideration of the leasing, purchasing of rolling stock, the residual value of assets at the end of the franchise, and whether better to lease or buy rolling stock, for example. New line. Need to consider the effects of proposed HS4 links on air traffic at LHR and LGW with respect to passenger movements and passenger movements from Birmingham and London, e.g. whether traffic goes through LHR or LG Gatwick, and where the optimum change stations should be located. Realistic compensation for compulsorily purchased properties along the route needs to be considered, and effective permanent noise barriers installed where routes passes through residential areas. New line, the Kodak residence, CCC. There needs to be a better understanding of the split, definition and numbers of build-to-rent properties and build-to-sell properties, and the effects on cash flow of renting and selling these properties. Consideration needs to be given to partial handover of the site of parts of the site to optimise the cash flow. New line, minimising the adverse impact of the implementation of inevitable cost savings. There needs to be more consideration of the social cost benefits of locating children's play areas, car parking within easy view of residents. There needs to be more consideration of waste disposal provision, for example, and the use of the undercroft as opposed to underground area for car parking, storage and retail, and the effects of this on step-free access to dwellings. And the maintenance provision of things like lifts and waste disposal facilities. End.